Under a later section of legal requirements, you will learn about a form of protection under the Food Act laws called due diligence.
Due diligence, in simple terms, is being seen to do everything that can be reasonably expected of your company and its employees to ensure that all foods produced or served to customers are safe for human consumption. The important factor of due diligence is not only to handle your foods correctly, but to be able to prove by documentation and training that due consideration and care has been taken at every critical point of your food chain. The essential practices expected of food handlers are as we have been describing within the Basic Food Handlers course, and it is your company's duty and protection under the law to show that they have given due diligence to the following issues.
A. By the training of staff to ensure they are aware of the required levels of performance. B. Your company will have a documented procedure of how they will monitor every aspect of their food chain cycle, together with its critical point controls, to show that every reasonable measure has been taken to ensure safe food is being created and maintained. C. A history of working documents will be held to prove the principles described are in fact being put into practice.
So, it is your company's responsibility to identify what are the key stages in your food cycle and the relevant checks and forms of documentation to be completed.
Such checks may typically include daily temperature checks on foods at key stages, weekly equipment checks, product labelling system checks, production run identification and use by dating checks, heavy equipment maintenance and deep clean cycle checks. They may also include delivery and supplier codes of practice and essential checks, and internal audit processes for hygiene and maintenance issues.
Typical examples will obviously vary for large and small establishments and for the differing stages in the food chain, but the principle of clearly defined checks and practices will hold true to an extent in all food industry outlets.